Welcome back, all of you, to 8th Standard Information and Communication Technology class. Don't you remember what we have discussed in the last class? Yes, we got familiar with all the chapters of our ICT textbook in general. Today, we are going to start our first chapter, that is, when a letter reaches the computer. Here is a picture. All of you try to read it. The Requel of the Histories of Troy. Do you know what is this? This is the first book printed in English. The book was written in French. William Caxton translated and printed this book. He struggled a lot to print this book because there were only a few people who know printing technology at that time. Let us see this image, Taj Mahal. Have you seen Taj Mahal? Yes, in English textbook. This is a poem of English textbook. When we watch this picture, there are texts and images in it. So, we got texts and images added in our textbooks. How can we prepare a textbook like this? Let us try to input text into computer. How can we bring the text into computer? The first priority to input text is for keyboard. We input text by typing. How can we input images? There are so many methods to input images. We will learn it later. So, keyboard will help us to input text. Do you know the machine used for typewriting in earlier days? Yes, it was typewriter. Have you ever seen it? It disappeared when computers became popular. Nowadays, nobody is using typewriter because computer, laptop, smartphone and printer are available in the market to print easier than it. One specialty of this typewriter is the method of keys arranged in it. Have you noticed the keyboard in computer? When we try to type anything, we have to find out the letters one by one. Then we think that if all these were put together, we can do it easily. Why the letters are not arranged in keyboard in alphabetic order? The letters in keyboard are arranged in a special way. We say this keyboard as Qwerty Keyboard. The keyboard Qwerty. Can you see this anywhere? Yes. If we read the first 6 letters of first row in the keyboard, we will get Qwerty. Why did it arrange like this? The technology in old typewriter was coming in and going back each blocks of letters one by one. So, to avoid the possibility to stack the adjacent letter blocks each other, the keyboard arrangement was developed in such an order. The keyboard of our laptop and computer are Qwerty. Let us look this colorful keyboard with colorful fingers. The color of some keys and or some fingers are same. That means we have to match the color of the keyboard with our hands. Look at the image. Which is the finger to type most number of keys? Yes, it is small finger. So small finger is not that small. Did you notice that the color of thumb? There is only one key with that color. So two fingers for typing one key. Which is that key? Yes, spacebar. When we type letters using right hand fingers, we have to use left thumb to press spacebar. And when we type using left hand fingers, we have to use right thumb to press spacebar. Haven't you got the idea that why there is two fingers for one key? Okay, let us look more to text input methods. So, how to input text in a computer? The first one, keyboard by typing. Then the second one, speech to text. When we speak in our mobile, that will be typed in the screen. Haven't you seen it? Then third one, optical character recognition. When we scan a printed paper in a scanner, we can input its letters into computer. Then the fourth one, handwriting. We are familiar with this method in our smartphones, tabs, etc. Already we are familiar with these methods of typing. Now the software to get familiar with keyboard, we can call it as typewriter or typewriting software. We will become a master when we pass through all letters in this software. How can we use keyboard? How can we practice to type in keyboard? How can we type as fast as others do? There is a software to help us for it. It is KTouch. KTouch is a software. KTouch is a typewriting software. When we get familiar with the methods of typing in it, we can type fastly without looking into keyboard. Let us open KTouch software. For that, let us click applications, then in the menus, education, then KTouch software. Here I already made a profile. If there is no such a profile, we have to create a new profile by clicking create new profile. There we can see the box to give any name. Then we can see two options there. I have no or only very little experience in machine typing, so we have to select this one. You can see another one. I am an experienced machine typist and want to improve my skills. So when we click here, we can use all the lessons. Now we are the beginners in typing, so we can click I have no or only very little experience in machine typing. Then click Done. So the specialties lessons are unlocked as your typing skill improve over time. So by clicking Done, we can create the profile. Now the new profile name is, you can double click in this, then it is opened. When we open KTouch, we can see there is two letters together in left side. That is the first one J and F. When we look into right side, we can see J and F are arranged by mixing in various orders in that white background. When we click on letters below J and F in right side, we can see complete previous lessons to unlock. Why like this? We can go to next letter only after being convinced by the software that we have practiced J and F very well and typing using correct fingers. So if we do the practice very well, only we can go to next letters. That is the arrangement of this software. Let us go inside the software. Let us get familiar with interface of the software. For that, we have to click Start Training. You can see it in the bottom part here. We can see two letters projected here, F and J. Can't you see a small lines on both keys? That is on J and F. Yes, we can see that small lines in any keyboard. What is the specialty of that small lines? We have to keep our both point fingers on that letters. Left point finger on F and right point finger on J. That is the first placement of fingers. We have to place other three fingers into the adjacent keys. But here we have to press F, J and space only now. Let us see how to type. We have to press space according to the letters we seen there after 1, 2, 3 or 4 letters. So when we look here in the keyboard, now F is blinking. So there will be a light blinking there in the keyboard shown here in the bottom part according to the letter we have to type. You can see there F. Now it is on J. Now on space. Then J space F space J space F space F space F J space F space F J space F J space F F J space F space F J F space F space F space J J space F space F J space J F space J F space F J space J F J space F J F. Now we can see we have to press enter key to go to next line. We can use small finger to press enter key. We got familiar with typewriting software. Don't worry about the difficulty of typing. We can try to practice from computer lab when we come to school. We have to practice well there. Now I am going to introduce 4 persons into your knowledge.
The first one is Richard.
Stallman. Have you heard about him? He is one of the developer and launcher of Linux software and founder of Free Software Foundation. Now the second one, Linus Torvalds. He developed and launched Linux software with Stallman. Now the third one is Wyndon Cerf. And fourth one, Tim Berners-Lee. Try to find about these 4 persons and write a short note about them in your notebook. I will give you their details in the next class. Then we can compare the informations we collected. When we open computer, laptop, we see a name Ubuntu. Do you know what Ubuntu is? It is an operating system or system software we use in our computer. Richard Stallman and Linus Torvalds are the persons related to Ubuntu. Try to collect the informations about them. We are discussing about Ubuntu. As the students of 8th standard, you should know that where this name Ubuntu came from. It is an ancient African word and its meaning is humanity to others. Love all, care all, help all, share to all. That is Ubuntu. From this philosophy, this name came to this software. That means this software can be shared to all, can give all the things created in Ubuntu to all. So we can call this
Free software.
Then all of you try to find out informations and prepare a short note about those 4 persons and send it to me. So let us see in the next class. Thank you all and have a nice day.